Hey guys, welcome back everybody. Hope you all are doing great. Guys, today in this video we are going to discuss 20 most important verification and troubleshooting commands of Palo Alto Firewall, like system configuration, system information, system status, checking the running configuration, checking the interface configuration, IP configuration on the interface, checking routing table, session table, right, ARP table, log messages. So many things are there. Like for an example, your firewall is not behaving well, then definitely you need to check the health of your Palo Alto Firewall. Definitely you are going to check the CPU utilization of your Palo Alto Firewall. So what is the command and how to read the output? So we are not only going to discuss the commands, but we'll also see how you can read the output. So guys, if you are a network engineer or if you are planning to become a network engineer, maybe you are working on Palo Alto Firewall or maybe you are planning to work on Palo Alto Firewall in future, then this video is only for you. Make sure you will watch this video till the end, and at the last, don't forget to like the video and share your thought in the comment section. Now without wasting our time, let's begin. See guys, this is my scenario, and in my scenario there is one Palo Alto Firewall which is connected to two different ISPs, ISP1 and ISP2. Between Palo Alto Firewall and ISP1, I am running subnet 1.1.1.0/24, and here IP address on Palo Alto Firewall is 1.1.1. Between Palo Alto Firewall and ISP2, my subnet is 2.2.2.0/24, and IP address on Palo Alto Firewall is 2.2.2.2. And you can see Ethernet 1/1 is connected to ISP1, Ethernet 1/3 is connected to ISP2, and I have one LAN interface here. Maybe this side LAN side we have router or switch, right? Any LAN devices. And the IP address on the LAN interface is Ethernet 1/2. IP address is 10.1.1.1. So first of all, we'll verify these basic configuration, and after that we'll see some extra advanced troubleshooting commands, right? So we are going to discuss more than 20 commands today. So first thing is how I will access the firewall in real time. Guys, in real time, you are going to access your firewall through putty. You will use putty for the CLI access, or maybe you will have web interface access, right? GUI access. So generally to configure Palo Alto Firewall, we are using web interface, GUI interface. But when it comes to troubleshooting, verification, then CLI is the best option, right? We are always troubleshooting the issues through CLI only. Let's say you, for an example, for the testing, you need to set a port on the Palo Alto Firewall. So you can do it through GUI also, but setting a port through CLI is easier than GUI. So we can use CLI there, and for the verification in most of the cases we are using CLI. So I am going to use putty to access my Palo Alto Firewall, and I need the management IP address of my Palo Alto Firewall, and you can see the management IP address of my Palo Alto Firewall is 192.168.1.5. So first of all, let me verify the management IP address of Palo Alto Firewall is reachable from my PC or not. What I am going to do, I am going to ping 192.168.1.5, which is the IP address of my Palo Alto Firewall, and you can see I am getting reply, right? That means Palo Alto Firewall is reachable. Now I will open the putty software. You can use any software to access it, and I will SSH it. By default, SSH is enabled on the Palo Alto Firewall. So let me click on SSH, and here we need to put the IP address. IP address is 192.168.1.5, and you know the port number of SSH is 22. Let me open it. Now it will ask me for the credential. You can see it is asking for the username, and username is, my username is admin, and my password is, let me put the password @123. And now you can see number of failed attempts since last successful login is 0. That means soon I will get access of my Palo Alto Firewall. Here you can see I have access of my Palo Alto Firewall, right? The first verification command that we can use is we can check the system configuration. For an example, through application. In the production, many times you will be using application to access your devices, right? Or maybe you have the CLI access only, and you want to find the management interface IP address or the system status, let's say. system status or system information. So there is one command to check system status and system information. Command is show system and info. This is the command to check system information. So if I will hit enter over here, it will give me the basic detail of Palo Alto Firewall, like what is the host name of your Palo Alto Firewall, what is the management interface IP address of your Palo Alto Firewall. So now through this IP address I can access it through web also. Let's say I have CLI access and I want to find the IP address of management interface, we can use it. The default gateway IP address for management interface is 192.168.1.1, and the subnet mask net mask is 255.255.255.0. The IP assignment method is DHCP. IPv6 address is unknown, right? So my Palo Alto Firewall have got this IP address through DHCP, right? This is not a static IP configuration. Okay, so that's why it is getting any IP address randomly, and this time my IP address is 1.5 for the management interface only. For IPv6 there is the information. After that there is information of model, that which model you are using, right? In my case it is VM Palo Alto, then serial number. This Palo Alto Firewall is in EVNG, that's why we are not able to find serial number over here, right? The base MAC address of my Palo Alto Firewall, maximum MAC count on the Palo Alto Firewall, and some many more informations are there about the license, right? About the VM modes. If it is VM, then you can see my VM mode is KVM, right? So these are basic information. Your SD version, right? Version of your Palo Alto Firewall 10.1.0. So these are some basic information of this system, and we can verify it with the help of this command. Platform family you can check, right? Many things are there. So this is first commands that we can use to verify the system of Palo Alto Firewall. The second command we can use over here is show system, and if you will put question mark, you can see you have many more options, right? So you can check files here. We have already used the info command. We can check environmentals, right? We can check resources, we can check the software, we can check the setting, right? So what I told you, if your firewall is not behaving well, then you need to check the resources, and here is the command. So system and resources. This command is going to give me the detailed information of CPU on the Palo Alto Firewall. You can see, right, which application is utilizing how much memory. All the informations are there, right? Here is the PID user, and here is the utilization. You can see the resources utilization. Okay, so this is also very important command for real-time network troubleshooting, right? To check the resources. Now, by the way, through system information also you can verify the management interface IP address, or if you want to check the management interface configuration, then you can use command show interface management. So your first command is show system information, then show system resources to check resources. We can check settings also, and many more things. Then to check the management interface configuration, we can use this command show interface management. Here I will get the detailed information of my management interface, like the name of my interface is management interface. Link status, here you can see, right? Real-time link speed, duplex, and state, right? So speed is 1000, duplex is full, and state is up, right? Configure link speed, duplex, and state. This is actually operational mode, right? The output, and this is the configured mode, right? So configured speed is, you can see, auto, duplex is auto, state is auto, means it is going to negotiate from their neighbor device. Then you can check the MAC address of your management interface. Let's say you are not able to ping the management IP address from your server or PCs, right? So in that case, you need to troubleshoot the ARP table, like machines are able to resolve MAC address or not. And here you can find the MAC address of your Palo Alto Firewall. On the switch, if you are troubleshooting the switch is learning MAC address of Palo Alto Firewall or not, like management interface MAC address, then also you can use this command to find the MAC address of management interface, right? Again, we have the IP address, subnet mask, and the default gateway, IPv6 address information, and some logical interface counters, right? Like how much bytes of data received on this interface, bytes of data transmitted from this interface, packet received on this interface, packet transmitted on this interface, received error 0, transmit error 0, received packet drop 17, transmit packet drop 0, right? So like this you can see many informations are there, and all the this is so simple because everything is clear with their names. This is the reason the simplicity of the Palo Alto Firewall is one of the biggest reason of why Palo Alto Firewall is so popular in the market, right? See how easy it is to understand by reading the output, right? So this is the command to check management interface. So here I am writing the command also, because what I will do, I will put the commands in description directly. So first command which I have used is show system info, or heading can be Palo Alto Firewall commands. Okay, first command is show system info. Second command I shown you, show system, and then we said resources to check the CPU utilization. The third command is, I told you, show interface management. Next command can be like for the verification. If I will talk about the verification, troubleshooting command. So guys, you know, checking ARP table is most important to troubleshoot the issues, right? So my next command can be show ARP. So ARP is not working, so ARP all, I think. Yeah, so ARP all to find the MAC addresses from the IP address. You can see this is the ARP table of my Palo Alto Firewall, and command is show ARP all. Let me put this command also here. So ARP to check ARP table. So in the ARP table you can see we have only one entry, and here also we have the information like maximum of entries supported is 250. It can store this amount of entry in their ARP table, right? Default ARP timeout is going to be 1800 second, right? Total ARP entries in the table is 1. Total ARP entries shown is 1, right? And on which interface it have learned the MAC address? On Ethernet 1/1. Whose MAC address? 1.1.1.2, which is LAN device IP address, right? On the LAN interface here we have router, and this is the IP address of that router. Okay, so router, and this is the MAC address of your router. You can verify it also, like on the router I can do one thing, I can access my router here. By the way, router is down, I think here it is down, but we can configure it and then we can verify it. Maybe this is you know, the last entry, old entry. So after some time, after 1800 seconds, it is going to flush it. Okay, so in the ARP table we can find MAC address from the IP address. We can check Palo Alto Firewall is able to resolve ARP or not. So this is also very important commands. Then like you check the configuration of management interface, you can check the configuration, IP configuration of all the interfaces. So if let's say I want to verify the IP configuration, as you already know that this is the IP configuration, right? If I want to verify over here, because in real time you will not have this diagram, right? You will have only CLI access. So we can run command show again interface, and instead of management here I am going to say all, right? It will show me the all interfaces. So you can see Ethernet 1/1, Ethernet 1/2, and Ethernet 1/3. These three interfaces are there on my Palo Alto Firewall. Here also you can see this, right? And John, you can see the John information is there, like 1/1 is in outside John, 1/3 is also in outside John, and 1/2 is in inside John. If I will talk about the virtual router, so all are the part of same virtual router, which is default. By default, there is only one virtual router on the Palo Alto Firewall with name default, and you can see all the interfaces are member of that virtual router. Tag is 0, and here is the IP configuration. IP address on Ethernet 1/1 is 1.1.1.1. IP address on Ethernet 1/2 is 10.1.1.1, and IP address on Ethernet 1/3 is 2.2.2.1. So like this, we can verify the IP address on all the interfaces of my Palo Alto Firewall. Let me copy this command and let me put the command over here, right? Then my next thing can be like if you want to filter the output, because in real time we can have more interfaces as well. So if I want to filter, then I can use again pipe section, and after that if you will put question mark, you can see I have two options. One is to match and one is accept. So let's say I want to verify the IP configuration of Ethernet 1/3. So I can say in the output match, let's say 1/3. So now it will filter the output, right? It is only showing Ethernet 1/3 configuration like this. Okay, the informations are same, but like this we can filter the output. If you want to check any specific interface, then you can also use command show interface and then interface type Ethernet 1/1, Ethernet type and Ethernet port ID, port type and port ID. Like this also we can check the detailed configuration of my Ethernet ports. Ethernet port, fast Ethernet port or gig Ethernet port, right? So let me copy this command and let me put this command also here, right? So see, when I run this command, so interface Ethernet 1/1, it is going to show me the detailed configuration of this interface, right? Like name, link state, again you can see operational mode is up, speed is 1000 and duplex is full, configure is auto and up. Here is the MAC address of my Ethernet 1/1 interface, right? Operational mode of this interface is layer 3, right? Because we have configured this port as layer 3 port. Okay, then in name again the operational mode. Here is the information about virtual router, that this interface is a part of which virtual router. Here is the interface MTU, which is 1500 by default. The interface IP address with subnet mask or CIDR value you can see. Interface management profile is none. Saved configuration you can see, and some extra informations. Physical port counter again, right? TX and RX, broadcast, bytes, multicast, unicast. Okay, so TX means again transmit, RX means received. But by the way, here is the detailed information about your packets. You can see similar like management interface, right? How much data it have received, how many packet it have received, transfer, drop, error, everything is there, right? And this is hardware interface counter for the read for CPU, and this is logical interface, means again operational interface counter for the from the CPU. Okay, so this is also very important command for troubleshooting, right? Issues on Palo Alto Firewall. Then you can check the complete running configuration as well, like show run. I can use show running configuration command also. So running config not working, so config running, I think config, yeah, so config running. So this is also command to check the entire running configuration, but this is in HTML format. Maybe it is going to be difficult for you to read the output, right? So I don't know the HTML coding, so it's difficult for me to read the output. That's why usually I am not checking the entire running configuration of Palo Alto Firewall even in the production, right? But here also you can see the interface Ethernet type and then interface ID, port is layer 3, right? Enable no, the configuration is there, the IP configuration, enable no, IP address is this one. Like this you can read it, but it is not so simple on Ethernet 1/1 also. Like this you can check the entire running configuration, and this is going to be command, right? So let me write the command here also in the notepad to check the entire running configuration. So config run, so config run. And guys, if you are going to work on Palo Alto Firewall, or if you are working, make sure you will also practice this command in your case, right? If you don't have Palo Alto Firewall in your EVNG, then one video is already available on my channel, right? To set up the Palo Alto Firewall in EVNG, you can go through that video. Even you will get the files image of Palo Alto Firewall in the description. Okay, so this is the command to check running configuration, entire running configuration in HTML format. Then let's say before committing the configuration, if I want to check the candidate configuration, then I can run command show config candidate, right? So this is going to show me the candidate configuration, right? The same configuration before commit. Sometime we can check this before committing, right? You know, I am expecting you know the candidate configuration. What is candidate configuration? If you are watching my Palo Alto Firewall series, then you know candidate configuration. What is candidate configuration? So let me write this command also here in the notepad. It is generally used to check before committing the configuration on Palo Alto Firewall. Then the next thing which next command which we can use is for the resources we have already seen. Then we can check the session table, connection table, right? We can say show session all. This command is going to show me all the connection tables or session tables here. But what it's saying, no active sessions are available. If I am going to ping, let's say ISP from the Palo Alto Firewall, like LAN interface of my Palo Alto Firewall. This is my Palo Alto Firewall, and here if I am going to say ping, then source I'm going to say 10.1.1.1, which is my LAN interface, and I'm going to ping, let's say 8.8.8 internet, right? So see, ping is working, and now after pinging, if I am going to verify the session table, I will have some output there. You can see there is one session, right? So for next ping, it is going to use this session table. Now it have removed, right? You can see. So the source is this one, 10.1.1.1, destination is 8.8.8. after the translation, source is 1.1.1 public IP address. So we can check the session table also, the port number and all the others informations are there, source port, destination port. State was active, now it is not active, right? So this is also very important command, very important troubleshooting command of Palo Alto Firewall to check the sessions. Then we can check the routing table, the most important command. So routing route. So routing route will show you the routing table of your Palo Alto Firewall. First of all, let me copy the command and let me put this command here. Okay, now see, in the running routing table, guys, there are so many routes, like 2 default routes are there because I have 2 ISPs. Okay, and one next hop is 1.1.1.2, another towards ISP1 and towards ISP2 2.2.2.2, on which interface these default routes are available. Then you can see the metric for this default route is 10 and metric of this default route is 20, means we are preferring ISP1 over ISP2. Then the connected network informations are there, right? See these symbols, right? This C stands for what? This C stands for connected, S stands for static, right? So the default route is one kind of a static route. This C means 1.1.1.0 is directly connected network, similar like routing table, right? O is representing OSPF, B is representing BGP, like that. Okay, so hope it is clear how to check the routing table, and I think I have already put the command, right? Guys, on the Palo Alto Firewall, we can have multiple virtual router, and if you want to check the routing table for one single virtual router, you can do that also. The command can be show routing route and then virtual router, and the name of your virtual router I can say default, right? So it is going to show me the routing table of default virtual router, right? This is the command to check routing table of any virtual router. Let me put this here because this is also very important command. Then the next important command can be checking log message. I can run command so log system, right? It is going to show me all the latest logs. Here you can see all the log messages are there. If you want to check the logs in detail, there is one more command. So logs, let me first put this command here, so logs system. Okay, and the second command to check the detail of log can be, let's say you have checked the log and you need to open any log in detail, then you can use command show log traffic. So log traffic. traffic, right? It is going to show you the detail information, detail log, right? Let me copy this command also. So log traffic, and let me paste it over here. Okay, so this is the command to check log message on my Palo Alto firewall. Then another verification command, you know, ping command. We have already used the ping command. For an example, I want to ping ISP, so ping, and then here you have to define the source, right? After that 10.1.1.1, and then host to whom you want to ping 8.8.8. like this you will use ping command. So let me put this command also in the notepad, because this is also very useful command. Then you can use traceroute command, right? If you want to traceroute any IP address, let's say traceroute host 8.8.8, I want to find the path from where traffic is going for internet, right? So I can use traceroute command. Let me write this command also in the book. Then we can check the users on Palo Alto Firewall, the active users who have access to the Palo Alto Firewall web access. Command is going to be show admin. So admins. So you can see these are the users on my Palo Alto Firewall, right? Console access to the admin user. Okay, so let me copy this command as well to check the active users on your Palo Alto Firewall. Then guys, we already talked about log message, routing table, host. Then what we can verify, we have verified the session table also. We can verify the NAT table, NAT policy we can verify. We can run command so running, right? You know, so running config. So config running is the command to check running configuration, right? And so running, and after that if I am going to put question mark, again you can see I have many more options, right? Like I can check the running configuration of a particular things like tunnel, right? So I am going to use this command so running, and after that I want to check, let's say NAT policy. So I will say NAT and then policy. So it is going to show me the NAT policy on this Palo Alto Firewall. You can see the NAT configuration. There are two NAT rule configure on my Palo Alto Firewall. NAT type for IPv4 from inside source any, right? We are performing translation from which source, inside, from which zone, inside zone. For what IP address, any IP address. To which zone, outside zone. To for translated IP address is what? Translated IP address is the IP address which is running on Ethernet 1/1. Destination IP address any, not matter, right? Services is any, source any, destination any, services any, and after that it is going to perform translation, right? Then NAT rule 2. There are two ISPs, so that's why I have configured two NAT rule here. Now if you want to clear the session table or NAT table, then you can use clear command also, clear session, and then you can say all. This is also useful command. Sometimes it is used to clear the sessions if Palo Alto Firewall is maintaining so many sessions at a time. If you want to clear it, you can clear it. For the verification testing purpose also sometimes we are doing this. Then next command can be, by the way, these are the most important command. We can also check the high availability state, right? We can use command so high availability state. So right now you can see high availability is not enabled, but if it is enabled we can verify it. So this is also the important commands, and like this we have many more commands which we are using to troubleshoot. These are some commonly used networks commands on my Palo Alto Firewall. So guys, now the video length is getting larger. It's around 28 minutes. I will not include more command here in this video, but in next video we'll see some basic command to configure the Palo Alto Firewall, and in future video we'll definitely discuss more verification commands in more details. So that's all for today. If you have learned something from this video, if you like this video, then please hit on like button, guys. If you are new on the channel, if you have not subscribed this channel till now, then please subscribe this channel. I will meet you soon in the next video. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.